It's Christmas season again. Of course, with me, Christmas season runs like the length of a basketball season. It stretches from month to month to month. It's not just a few days of the year. But this time is also a time I reflect not only on the birth of Christ and all the spiritual sacred reasons for the holiday, I also reflect on the fact that on December 10th, 1969, I got engaged to my wife, who was my high school sweetheart. So, let me tell you that story because I find it inspirational for me, and apparently it inspired my wife to say yes. We were dating in high school, 1963, 1964, my senior year, and I broke up with her because she was going off to the University of California to go to school, and I was going to Hawaii to surf and to study under this big kahuna and to find my way in the world. And then I hitchhiked across the United States and I bummed around Europe for a good while, for many months, and then came back, bummed across the United States, joined the Merchant Marine, ended up eventually getting drafted and joining the Army, and went to Vietnam, got blown up, wounded, all kinds of stuff, decorated. But I finally made it out of the Army, and I came back to California, where she had already graduated from the University of California, Berkeley, and she had a great job as assistant buyer for the Macy's department stores chain. And she was stationed at the headquarters there in San Francisco. And her roommate, this other woman, also worked for Macy's, and they had rented this real great apartment up on Twin Peaks with a view of the city down below. You could see the Bay Bridge and the lights and everything. And if you stretched your neck around and looked out the side, you could almost see the Golden Gate, but not really. You saw basically the Bay Bridge and Alcatraz and Treasure Island. But it was a beautiful setting. Now, when I got out of the Army, I immediately tried to rekindle this relationship, but I've been gone 6 years, and I wasn't met with honestly, I wasn't met with any open feelings or arms or anything else. So I consequently took a chance. I kept asking her to marry me, and she kept saying no, 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 no. So I used that encouragement to go out and actually buy a wedding ring, because I knew this is the person that I was going to marry. In fact, I knew that since I was 8 years old. Because at 8 years old, I had a near-death experience in the San Jose County Hospital, and I saw the person I was going to marry and spend my life with. And it was her. And I knew that when I first saw her in high school. Anyway, I regress. So there I was. She turned me down for about the sixth time after I asked her to marry me. And I actually went out and decided to buy a wedding ring and an engagement ring. Most people, sane people, wouldn't do that. But that's what I did. I felt, the universe is going to open up for me. This is destined. It's going to happen. And when the big moment comes, I'll know, and that's when I'll ask again, but I'll carry the ring with me. So us visiting her on the night of December 10th, 1969, it was cold and damp outside, and I come in the house, and there sat this set up this big Christmas tree. It must have been 7, maybe 8 foot tall, and it had 6, 7, 800, 900. It had lights everywhere, hundreds of lights, and they weren't lit. And her and her roommate were struggling with the strands of lights, and they were trying to pinch them and twist them, and said that they've been working on it all day long, trying to get these lights to work. It was those old-fashioned lights where if one light bulb was loose, the whole strand was out, and they had them all plugged into each other, and the whole thing was out. So one bulb was loose someplace or burnt out, and it affected all the lights. And they've been trying, according to them, 6 or 8 hours trying to fix it, and they're just getting ready to give up. And so I said, I can fix it. Very confidently, I said, I can fix it. I'll take care of this. And they kind of give me that look like, hey, we've been working on it for 6, 8 hours. And I just looked them both in the eye. In fact, I looked Carol right in the eye, my wife, the wife-to-be. I looked her in the eye and I go, no, I'll fix it. I'll fix it right now. And then I just reached back like that without even looking and just grabbed the first bulb that I could grab. And while I'm looking at him, I just go, I'm fixing it. And I just clicked the bulb. And 800, 900 lights come on. The whole tree lights up. It was like, and I could tell from their reaction, that surprised look, it all lit up, right? So I knew it happened. So then I decided, hey, when the universe is clicking and everything is lining up, now's the time to ask. So I got down on one knee and I took the ring out and I said, Carol, will you marry me? Make me the happiest man in the world. And then she goes something like, hey, anybody that lucky, I want to hitch up with. And that's how we got engaged. That's a true story. So every time I see a Christmas tree, it's kind of unique because it reminds me of my wife. And it reminds me of the sheer power of love and the positive flow of energy and the belief and faith that those lights would come on. Because when I reached back to touch that light, I totally knew, not hoped for, not guessed, not taking a chance, and I'm going to do a couple more. I knew it was going to work, and I basically let them know, it's going to work. Here it is. Boom, and it comes on. What are the odds? 1 in 8, 900? Okay. Good odds. But we've been married now since January 3rd, 1970, so that's a few years. It's going on 47 years coming up. So I think it's working out. We're still on a honeymoon, but I think it's working out. Anyway, from my house to yours, I just thought I'd give you a little Christmas story. That's a love story as well. Blessings and love. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. And for those of other faiths, Happy Hanukkah and the celebrations of all your other holidays out there. God love you.